Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it has been a long time, like maybe like 2 years to be exact, since I have posted a video. I don't know if you guys have even noticed that I've been gone, but I do miss it. So there's been this kind of motivation to get back into it. And so I guess in this video, this is kind of like a get ready with me where I'm just getting ready for the day. I've got a couple errands to run, and then I am explaining what has happened in the past couple years, because there's been a few big like events and whatnot that has occurred that has taken up all my attention, but no more excuses. I'm hoping to start posting more consistently again on both my Instagram with makeup looks and then on YouTube. If you want to see what's been going on in my life, then just keep watching. It's been so damn long. Forgot to work my damn camera. Okay. Alright, I know it's been a minute, maybe 2 years since y'all have seen my face. We're gonna excuse this. I have really dry skin right now. But your girl is back. Pretty much with this video, I am going to do just like a get ready with me, kind of talking about where I've been, what's been going on in my life, why I disappeared. I know probably most of you didn't even miss me, but this is just kind of to get myself like back into YouTube. And you know, what better video to do than kind of get ready with me, where the hell have you been? It's been about 2 years, I think, since I posted a video. In that time, also since this is a get ready with me, I'm not gonna like go into detail on what products I'm using or what I'm doing. This is kind of like my go-to makeup look, so I'll do a more in-depth video on that in the future. So anyways, also I feel like I kind of want to zoom you guys in just a smidgen, just because I want y'all to look at my face and not everything else in my room. What has happened in the past 2 years? A lot of big things that have kept me occupied. It kind of just made me keep coming up with excuses to not do YouTube. I was also, the stool I'm sitting on, I definitely need to invest in a new one, is very squeaky and annoying. I was too busy. I just kept coming up with excuses, and which, I mean, they were valid excuses once I tell you what I've been doing. But at the same time, I really miss YouTube. I loved playing with makeup, making the videos, sharing like my tips and tricks with y'all. And yeah, so no more excuses. I'm gonna try to come back and at least do a couple videos a month. When I explain what's going on right now, you'll understand why only a few videos a month, and then hopefully I can get into some sort of a routine, and then I'll be able to do like at least one video a week, and then, you know, continuing to hopefully add more. So anywho, first things first, around the last time I posted a video, I had just gotten a job, because a little backstory, if you didn't know, I am a licensed esthetician. So that's a skincare therapist, and I was looking for a job or a place to rent in my area. I am in Iowa, because wedding season at the time was coming to an end, and that's all I was making money off of. And you know, we had recently bought a house. I think, yeah, that was right around when we first moved in. And so I was like, well, shoot, your girl needs to bring in some moolah. And so I had the opportunity to work at this place in a very small town by where I live. And I was trained to do eyelash extensions, which most of y'all should know by now what eyelash extensions are. It's a pretty huge like trend craze going on right now. So I was able to be trained by a lady that worked there, and I'm very grateful because if it weren't for me starting there at that small, and I'm telling you, it was like small town salon. Like my room was very tiny, but it got the job done. And anyways, started doing eyelash extensions. So that was a job that I had like Monday, you know, through Friday when I wasn't doing wedding makeup. And that was like the main reason that I kind of fell off of YouTube, is because the main reason that I was able to do YouTube more back then was because I was only working on the weekends doing makeup. So once I got a Monday through Friday job, that became my priority. And I mean, as it should, that's what was making me money. Who is calling me?
Hello? No.
As I was saying, that's what was bringing in the money, and I really putting everything into that. My hours were crazy. I would come home, I would post, and most people don't think this, but like social media is 100% a job. Like not just posting on YouTube, but like posting pictures, responding to messages. So I was very committed to that, and luckily I was able to stay there and build up. They had a pretty decent name built for themselves. So I was able to stay there and build up a decent clientele, especially for just starting. So that's why I will forever be grateful, is because they let me come in and take over clients that they could not fit into their schedule. So I worked there, I think I started October of 2017. And so I was still trying to do YouTube at the time, but like I said, all of my focus was going towards eyelash extensions. I was also doing like brow wax and tint and stuff like that. So brows and lashes, and then makeup on the weekends. Then I posted this one makeup tutorial or Halloween tutorial, and I don't know what happened to it, but it literally did not load, and I tried redoing it like 20 times. And it's probably still on here, like it's like a minute long, but after that I just was like, okay, I just need to be done for a little bit, take a break, and if it's meant to be, I'll come back. Then I pretty much did that until I would say about May 2018. I kind of got it in my head that I wanted to, within the next year, it was like a year goal that I wanted to be on my own, like have my own studio, salon, whatever the case may be, whatever I could find, just because being in Iowa, unfortunately, there is a little bit of like limitations on like my location and stuff like that. So that was May 2018, and then early June, right around my birthday, which is June 6th, just in case you didn't know, I came across this studio location, a 400 square feet space off of this like Main Street that's in this city that I live by. Main Street is a very popular like place. It's a very popular street. There's a lot of cute downtown shops and stuff like that. So
Main Street was where
I brushed my eyeball. Anywho, Main Street is a very popular place for shopping and restaurants, bars, stuff like that. So that was where I wanted to be, but Main Street comes with a hefty, what's it called? Rent price per month. So I was not prepared to be paying that much money. I found this place right off of Main Street, literally the street over. And also the downside with Main Street is there's hardly any parking. Well, this place that I found, like I said, 400 square feet, big open space. There's a parking lot. The rent was the right price. The landlord was pretty awesome. Like I said, May, just the month before, my plan was a year's time. So this is a month later, and I find this studio, and it was one of those things, I literally had no money saved up. I had nothing prepared for this, but it was one of those things that I just could not pass up the opportunity, or else I knew like it was going to be one of the biggest like regrets in my life. So I went out on a whim, I think it's whim. And I somehow pulled the deposit out of nowhere and came up with the rest of the money to get the place all together. And this was, I think I signed the lease the week after my 21st birthday. So it was like a huge birthday present to myself. When I do my brows, I like get into concentration mode, but I also know I am on a limit right now with what memory is left on my camera. So I ended up moving in the end of June and officially opened. So my studio's name is Dolled Up Studios. When I was solo, my name was Dolled Up by McKenna. I knew that eventually I was going to have employees, and I didn't want to just be Dolled Up by McKenna. I wanted to be able to expand. And so I came up with Dolled Up Studios pretty much in a week's time. Shout out to my dad, my fiance, like my friends and family. They literally helped me whip this place together in 1 week. Like, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't completely finished. I would say just most recently I feel as though it's finally completed, but yeah, I had the goal to have my grand opening be July 1st. So we got it done, and I was working by myself, and I had realized that in a short period of time already with my new location that I was getting more of demand for my services. And so I was like, I cannot work any more than what I'm already working. I was going to hire. And then about the end of August 2018, I hired a girl named Brooke, and she is still with me. And so that was like my first employee. We started her off as commission, and then now she is rent, killing it, doing her thing. Pretty much since then, like literally the first 6 months that I opened up my studio, I had lost probably about 20 to 30 pounds because I was so busy that I literally did not eat breakfast or lunch. I was surviving off of iced coffee, which is horrible. I know, you don't even have to tell me. The studio has occupied a great deal of my time. Also in the first 6 months, I got certified in volume lash extensions, microblading, and this Yumi Lashes keratin lash lift treatment, all within like a 2 months time. So like I was saying, the studio has pretty much occupied a good amount of my time. I mean, I'm a business owner now. I have an employee. I also started doing these things called makeup and Moscato classes. So that's been this past year. First really big thing that has been occupying my time. The second thing is week of St. Patrick's. That was St. Patrick's weekend. I was surprising my fiance with a trip to Chicago for his birthday. His birthday is the 24th, and there was this concert of these 3 rappers that he really likes St. Patrick's weekend. So I was like, perfect. I just got everything all booked. That week I started feeling very sick. Didn't think anything of it. It was kind of like a weird time where like actually a lot of my clients were getting sick, and I'm like, oh great, of course this would happen to me. Like, I get sick right before we're going on vacation. Like, I had Friday off so we could drive down, and I literally called off Thursday because I was like so nauseous, and I did puke. Sorry, I'm telling you, my brows just take me to a whole different level of concentration. I felt pretty good driving down there, and then all of a sudden we were going to this place called Italy, which is like this all homemade, like legit Italian food. We walked into this restaurant and it just like all of these smells of like cheeses and everything just literally made me feel like I could just sit there and just vomit right then and there. So I'm like, we can't do it. We went to California Pizza Kitchen across the street, and again, like the weirdest smells like made me feel nauseous. Like I get barbecue chicken pizza and they sat it down and I'm like, dude, this barbecue is like times 100. We go back to the hotel. All I could eat was like, we had packed a cooler for the drive just so less stops. And all I could eat was these cold meat sandwiches that we had and chips. Well, in the middle of the night, I literally puked that up. And then that was kind of like the first thing that my fiance was like,
have you had your period for this month?
and I'm like, oh shit. It's like March, what was it? It would have been like the 15th or 16th. And my period at the time was on such a regular schedule of coming like the first of the month or around the beginning of the month that I'm like, I haven't had my period. So that was the first sign of me possibly being pregnant. And so we finished the trip. I only had like one mixed drink like before that conversation, and I didn't drink for the rest of the time. On our way home, I stopped and got 2 pregnancy tests. Right when we went home, I took both of them, and what do you know? They came back positive. It was a shock. We definitely had talked about kids. We want kids. We have been together for going on 7 years. We've been together since we were 16 and 17. So kids have definitely been in our minds. It was just, I personally had wanted to wait a couple more years, just because, especially just starting my business, I was like, I would like to wait and like really work on building my business or continuing building my business. Also at the same time, I feel as though you're never ready. Like even if you talk about it, I just feel as though like you're never gonna feel 100% ready. You know, some people just know, like, so they start trying. But for us, I was like, we just still have so much more that I'd like to do by ourselves if we could wait. If things would have been as planned, then we would have waited only like 2 more years, 1 or 2 more years. Because also our plan was when we first got engaged, New Year's, I think it was New Year's 2018. I guess that's another big thing I didn't mention. We have been planning on getting married June 2020, just because I do wedding makeup. So I was already booked for that year and I was booking into 2019. So it wasn't anything like, oh, I want to be married before we have kids. It was just like, I want to be able to focus like our finances and everything like that on the wedding and not have anything else to worry about. So anyway, we found out for my birthday what we were having, and we are having a baby girl. My due date is November 8th. So this Friday, I'm filming this on a Wednesday, so this Friday I will be 30 weeks. I've been doing like outfit of the day pictures and stuff, and so I'll post some pictures of my bump. I'm hoping to get this posted by Monday. So by Monday I'll officially be 30 weeks, but we are having a baby girl and early November is when we are expecting her. So I also, within this past month, have hired 3 new employees at my studio, just because when I leave for maternity leave, I was like, great, I don't want all of the responsibility to fall on my one employee, Brooke. And I was able to fit 1 more table into my studio, and so I have a total of 4 employees. Now it's about to die me, so I'm just gonna pop my lashes on and I'll come back and finish. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there we go. As I was saying before, I had to turn off the camera, was Actually, I don't know what I was saying. So, pretty much to sum up what has been going on the past couple years as to why I took such a long break was, first off, I started doing eyelash extensions when I was renting a room at a salon in this small town. And then July 2018, I opened up my own studio called Dolled Up Studios, and pretty much that has been my main focus. I brought on one employee at the end of August 2018, and then, like I was saying previously, I just brought on 3 new employees. So altogether I have 4 employees. Another big thing is we found out on St. Patrick's Day this year that we are expecting a little girl. So I have, with doing eyelash extensions, do you guys see my cat back there? What are you doing, Bert? Anyways, there's really nothing I can do to help with my posture as I'm working because I'm just hunched over all day. And now that I have this extra weight up here in the front, my back has definitely been taking a toll. So I started cutting back on my days. I have Mondays and Wednesdays off. And then at the end of September, I will be cutting out Fridays. So that's where I hope that with my extra time, I will be able to start getting back into YouTube. And then, because then eventually, obviously, I will go on full maternity leave and be off of work. As of right now, I will be off of work the last 2 weeks of October. So the last 2 weeks before my due date. And then I have all of November off. December and January are kind of iffy. Being a business owner, it's hard to stay away from work, and also being self-employed, you do not get paid for maternity leave. So I don't want to be scraping by and only have enough money for bills and have to be relying on my fiance. So as of right now, speaking of my fiance, he must have just got home. I don't want to have to rely on him to pay for any extra expenses, especially Christmas and stuff. Who knows? As of right now, I do have December and January off, but I probably will go back for a few days, maybe 1 day a week in December. And then I'm unsure about January yet, what I want to do. So anywho, I will try not to go MIA again. I know I've said that before, but seriously, I do. He is using the microwave. But I do really love doing this stuff, making videos and whatnot. Wanting to go into more of the lifestyle videos, so hauls, decor. I have a lot of ideas and routes that I would like to take my channel. I don't want it to just be makeup. A lot of it will be makeup because that is my passion. That is what I started doing on this channel, and that is my career. I would like to, like I said, not have it be all about makeup. So you're gonna get a good mixture of a lot of different things. I hope that you guys continue to follow my journey. I will go ahead and post all of my social media so you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And then of course, please subscribe if you already haven't, and like this video if you liked it. All of that stuff I forgot about all of that stuff, so I'm gonna have to knock off the rest a little bit, so cut me some slack for these first few videos. But mama's back, literally mama. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.